We're back at it for a Monday on the show about food, fun places, and the mayhem of life. Hope you had a great weekend. I'm Tyler Glen, and welcome back into the Beach House Beach Bunker as we get your week started. The slow, steady climb to that first day back at school. I wish I could tell you that we have summer part 2 coming this week weather-wise, but that's just not the case. Another bunch of cool temperatures and a little bit rainy. We'll take a look at the forecast coming up. First, let's get going. On the show today, a $500 million judgment against Facebook. This means changes are coming to Meta, mainly for kids. We'll tell you what's going on. Also, Porter Airlines has to ground one of their airplanes because of a disruptive child. Yes, it's making headlines around the world. Canadian parenting at it again. Sit down. We said sit down and put your seatbelt on. Kid said, no, I'm not doing it. Little kid. So Porter Airlines got in some hot water. And while some parents aren't parenting, we got results from a study today that said more and more parents are calling employers and prospective employers saying you should hire my kid. Now, I know that there are a lot of young people that are looking for work, but you know what? When it comes to, well, what is happening here? What is going on? We've got people calling people. What is happening? Oh, sorry. Cindy just wanted to jump right in with a phone call right off the hop. I'm like, what is happening right now? Anyway, we'll talk about ultimate helicopter parenting on the job, happening on the job. Parents are actually calling prospective employees and current employers to say you should hire my kid. We could be in for a meteor shower this week. That depends if the forecast is going to cooperate. But we are in for quite the little light show. We'll talk a bit about that this morning. And this is the biggest food news. We've got for you Chick-fil-A, after a decade of being atop the American fast food chain, as in the number one fast food chain in America, it is no longer number one. This is a huge story. We got a lot of fans of Chick-fil-A. Of course, news that Minot is finally getting one. But they're just in time, right? And probably by the time it gets to Manitoba, it'll be in the top 25, 30. Anyway, what replaced Chick-fil-A? Wow. We will discuss coming up on the show. First, let's take a look outside, and we've got, well, some nice temperatures to start. We start out at 12 degrees. is not going to be a great week weather-wise as far as heat is concerned. We have a beautiful start to the week, and actually today, tomorrow, and Wednesday, not bad. That's actually good news for those who are going to be taking in the Midway over in the Canadian Tire parking lot. Midway Madness, they call this. Normally, that's held over at the Keystone Center, but because of the Arabian Horse Show, they still wanted to have it, needed a place to have it close to the Keystone Center, I guess, and so Canadian Tire parking lot is going to be the place they're holding it. Now, I guess they're going to shuttle customers and participants of the fair to the Midway because there's no parking over there. I don't know. It could be a little chaotic in day one. I'm thinking there is going to be some smoothing around the edges that's going to happen over the next day or two. It only goes until Thursday, I believe. Anyway, here's a look at the weather forecast. For today, could see some showers. And 24. Tomorrow's going to be the nicest day if you're going to take in Midway Madness. Sun and cloud and 24. Wednesday, sun and cloud and 24. Actually, both Tuesday and Wednesday are good. Cloudy on Thursday, and then rain and cool for the weekend. Now, our normal for this time of year is 25 degrees, so technically this will be a below normal week. And I got to blame the tie guy. When I came back from holidays, I guess I brought cold weather with me. I don't know. I was only away for a couple of weeks. And I guess I hit the bullseye this year, boy. I got those 2 weeks of 30-degree temperatures every day, and they've gone. They're gone. They're eluding us now. I don't know what's happened. Anyway, that is the forecast. So if you're doing something outside, you know what you're up against. And at least there is no severe weather, at least at this point in time. So that's good. All right. Welcome back into the Beach House Beach Bunker. Hope you had a good weekend. Hopefully you had a chance to get some food in you. Maybe you took in some special event. There were fairs all over the place. Maybe you got a banana or two at Melita Banana Days. Is that a banana in your pocket, or were you at Melita Banana Days? Or you got dirty at the Mud Bog up at, what was it, Gilbert Plains had a Mud Bog? I think this past weekend. We managed to go down to the Peace Garden for the handshake across the border. It was a melee. It started out as a handshake, and then someone brought out their MAGA hat, and it was wrestling in the mud. No, I'm just kidding. It was fun. It was good. Weather wasn't great, though. But the flowers are looking good, so if you want a little quick drive, and you know what? You don't even need a passport. You just go down there. And if you've got your driver's license, that's all you need, because you're technically you are in the United States when you cross over at the Peace Gardens, but there's no need for the passport. They will accept your driver's license there. But they're beautiful. The flowers are gorgeous. I love that place. It's a beautiful spot. And so, that was kind of nice. We took that in over the weekend. And the evenings this weekend were kind of nice, hey? Like, it was nice to get out and do some barbecuing. But during the day, I don't know what is going on with all this clouds. Hopefully we have a better week of weather this week. All right, let's say good morning to our Sunseekers in chat. I know it's a Monday, so I'm stalling a little bit to give you a chance. Is Tyler doing this again? Am I going to stop by and say hi? It was such a busy week. Did you go to Spider-Man? Holy cow. Spider-Man, once again, #1 at the box office, and not by a little. A lot. Jeez, this movie's massive. Took in $145 million over the weekend. The Odyssey still at #2. One Night Only came in at #3. Super Troopers 3 came in at #4. That is a politically incorrect movie, and some parts are funny, some parts are cringeworthy. But Toy Story 5 came in at #5. So that's your top 5 at the box office. But the big story is Spider-Man. Just a monster. And it's been out for, is this the third weekend, I think? To take in that kind of cash, $145 million. And the Odyssey, which came in at #2, took in $31 million. So that tells you, like, Spider-Man is the hit of the summer, without fail, bar none. It's huge. It's huge. Okay, we got Road Reverend and Tosh in on Twitch this morning to get things rolling, along with Richard and Megan, who are over on Facebook, and we've got Gerald and Zach over on TikTok. our pairs to get things going today. KDD 4380 is here on Twitch. Good morning to you. Renee Dedeli is here on Facebook as well. Good morning, Renee. And good morning, Shannon. Good morning, Lawrence, Claude, Jesse, and Zane joining us on TikTok. We've got Cindy over here on Twitch, who, as she attempted to hit the go button, inadvertently called me. It was nice to see you pop up there. My heart dropped, though. You know how that is, right? It's like nobody calls anybody anymore. Somebody's calling you. It's like, oh no, something bad has happened. No, I think I get more butt dial calls now than I get for anything else, even telemarketers. I remember during this show, my brother-in-law called me. It's like, you see that? You're like, oh my God, is it my sister? Is it my parents? What is happening? I could barely get through the rest of the show. I was so worried. It's like, oh no, sorry about that, butt dial. Why am I the one that gets called on the butt dial? I must have butt dial friendly phone number or something like that. I don't know. Anyway, nice to see you, Cindy. Hope you had a good weekend. Quentin, too, over on Twitch. Nick's here, too, along with Zumba Bernice. And we've got Shirley and Bobby and Fred Snow over on TikTok. And Allie is over on TikTok, too. And Angela's here on Facebook. Hello, Angela. And she says, good morning. Be safe. Yes, especially if you're taking in the Midway. Be safe. Watch your surroundings. And you know what? Be careful on 18th Street, because I'm sure there'll be some people who will park at the Shoppers Mall and then go running across 18th Street. I don't know if you're supposed to do that or not, but I can see that happening, because that's probably what I would do. And those kids will be running right across 18th Street, and we don't want to have any accidents or anybody. You know what I mean? Just realize it's going to be a little chaotic over at the Shoppers Mall, the Tim Hortons over on 18th Street, Canadian Tire parking lot. If you've been down there this weekend, you saw them setting up the Midway stuff already. Janine is here on Facebook. Have a great week. You too, Janine. Tracy is here too. Tracy Rogers here. We've got Missy over on TikTok, along with Alex. Hi, Alex. Ryan is here too. Kim Mulchick is here. Happy Monday. Have a great week. You too, Kim Mulchick. Always good to see you. It was Grandview. Okay, thank you. The mud bog at Grandview. They're getting muddy at Grandview. I think I said, what did I say? Gilbert Plains. Thank you for that. Nick says, got some food in me, all right, but let's save that for the GT. Good thing. That's how we start the show, with a little bit of good stuff. And somebody is going to win a one-night hotel spa package courtesy of our friends at Elkhorn Resort today. Today is draw day. You have literally seconds if you're just hearing about this contest. It's on my Facebook page. What I want you to do is wander on over there and like and share the Fire and Vine post. Do it real quickly, because the draw is this afternoon. And somebody is going to win a one-night spa and stay package at the Elkhorn Resort for sharing the news on Fire and Vine. This is an outdoor fine dining experience, August 14th and 15th, 6:30 seating. And this is going to be unlike anything anyone in our area has ever experienced before, as chefs cook the food and prepare a specially curated menu, which is included in the Facebook post. And they've also got a sommelier that'll be pairing perfect wines, and you will take a journey through the resort, through nature around the Elkhorn Resort. So there is some mild walking involved, but this is going to be a fantastic event, an outdoor culinary experience like no other. Again, August 14th and 15th, limited seats. I hope there's still some available if you're just hearing about this now. 848-2802, that's 848-2802 at the Elkhorn Resort. And again, we'll have our winner announced a little later this afternoon. Make sure you're watching for that. Then we flip the script, and we've got tickets to see Highly Suspect. The Grammy Award-winning rock band is going to be performing on Saturday, August the 22nd at Skydancer, and you could be winning some tickets to that. It's going to be basically the same kind of contest, a like and share type deal, and you could be off to see these guys again, nominated for a Grammy. There, if you're into rock music, you know all about Highly Suspect, and they've just had a tremendous year of great acts coming to Skydancer. That, of course, is going to be the big one in the month of August. So we're looking forward to sending a couple people to that show, and we'll be doing that draw next Monday. And don't forget, they have got a whole slew of shows, and they've got all kinds of fun, family fun, including the water park, the trampoline park, and more at Skydancer. It's just 90 minutes south of Brandon in Belcourt. And our friends at Co-ops of Westman, home of the big deal. This is Heritage Co-op, Valley View Co-op, and Boundary Co-op. The Co-op Big Deal gives you a chance at some awesome prices. Every Thursday, we have a sneak peek right here on this show. And in the meantime, you can visit my website at tylerglenshow.com. Click on the Co-op logo, and then you put in your postal code just to make sure that these deals are in effect in your area, in your neighborhood, including the $7 strawberries, the sirloin steak on sale, the incredible produce, part of the dollar super sale on right now, basically $2 a pound. Is what you're going to be paying for beefsteak, tomatoes, navel oranges, grapefruit, Granny Smith apples. They got cabbage for $1 a pound. Again, all the deals are available in the latest flyer, and the easy way to click on that and get easy access to it is go through my website, tylerglenshow.com, and click on the Co-op logo. Good morning, Tanya. Good morning, Paula. And good morning, Sean, all over on TikTok. Good to see you this morning. Rachel Zarn is over on Facebook along with Bradley Moorhead. Hope you guys had a great weekend. Amanda Duchik is here too. So is Tara Fullerton. Hi, Tara. Angela says, GT, my boys surprised me, came from out of town to visit. I got to see my grandson. Happy mama over here. Very nice. Very good, Angela. Let's do it. Let's get over to the GTs. Yesterday's good thing. If you've got a good thing, just type in GT. Hi, Amanda. Hi, Sammy. You just type in GT and then tell me what was good that happened over your weekend. Cindy says, catered a Yuki supper Saturday. Sunday went to the Wellman for my birthday supper. Wait. It is Cindy's birthday today. You see how she just about slid that by? Thank you, Facebook birthday notifications. I always know. Yesterday. Well, was it yesterday? Facebook says it's today. So, you know what that means. Oh, man. You know what that means. Come on now. It's today. You don't want the serenade. Happy birthday, Cindy. Cindy turns 30 today. Cindy is the big 3-0. All right. Happy birthday, Cindy. 30 years old. Oh, my gosh. That is incredible. Looking good. The big 3-0. Holy cow. Amazing. Amazing. It's not every day you turn 30. Oh, man. Happy birthday, Sunseeker Cindy. That is fantastic. Hope you have a wonderful... Well, you went up to the Wellman Lodge. It's fantastic. It's nice to see a lot of the roads up in the parkland are opening again, including number 10. I think that's in the headlines. That is awesome. Nice to see the recovery continues after the all that flooding that happened in June. Do you have pictures of it? Is that why you were calling me to let me know that it was your birthday, weren't you? I knew it. It's my birthday. Oh, here we go. Ooh. Wow. That looks good. That's a birthday supper. That is a nice birthday supper. There's even vegetables on there. I think I see vegetables. I think there's some ribs, steak and ribs. Ooh-wee. Looks good. Good stuff. Nick's GT spent most of the day in Souris on Saturday. Oh, on the swinging bridge. That's for newlyweds. They're newlyweds. They're out on their romantic tour right now. And then they went to La Roque in Wawanicia and had the The Whiskey Stack. The Whiskey Stack. What is that? All right. Ooh. Why do they call it the Whiskey Stack? It should be the pickle stack. There's deep fried pickles on that one. That is a good one. Oh, very nice. I love their burgers. They were basically shut down for a couple of weeks, kind of like we do on this show. Basically, it's a husband and wife operation. And listen, if they're going to go on holidays, that's it. They close her down. And so good to see that they're back again. You weren't the only ones in Souris, Nick. Tara Fullerton says her GT kayaking in Souris. 13 kilometers. That's awesome. Saw a couple of kayakers out at various lakes, just random lakes and ponds over the weekend. So must have been good for that. Also, a lot of air traffic over Brandon, especially on Sunday. And yeah, Quentin, we talked about that last week, that liquor store. We called it the Fishbowl. Maybe you were off doing something. He says, have you seen these liquor stores? Yeah, we were talking about that last week. I love when people send me stuff that we'd already talked about. But you know what? You got to spend the entire 2 hours on the show. That's the thing. That's a lot to ask of people. But no, we were talking and making fun of that last week. The Fishbowl. I'm the only one that's calling it that, by the way. If somebody else calls it the Fishbowl, they gotta pay me money. I gotta get some royalties out of that. Tosh had an amazing weekend. Oh, and Cindy says, how did you know I'm 30? Thank you for the song. You're very welcome. Thank you for being a sun seeker. Tosh is GT. She worked, so she was in her happy place. And Saturday evening was a beautiful evening to eat outside on the deck. That's what we did too. Bet you if we screamed loud enough, we'd hear each other. Hey, we're on our deck. Yeah, we're on our deck too. Everybody in Brandon who's on a deck on Saturday, scream loud. Yay, we're on the deck. The mosquitoes are eating us. Actually, they weren't too bad. It's kind of the flies now. Would you like some flies with that? Sure, I'll have some flies. And there's breakfast. Who would like a couple of eggs, some hash browns, and it looks like some fruit toast? All right. Good morning, sun seekers. Yellow Jacket is over here, too. Oh, my goodness. Happy birthday, Cindy. Angela's got some typing problems, challenges. Oh, my gosh. MJ is in the house. Yesterday's good thing. What was happening on your weekend that was awesome? Yesterday's good thing. A lot of festivals, a lot of fairs going on, and undoubtedly there will be more this week. Hopefully the weather improves a little bit so that people can get out there and have some fun, get some more sunshine in you. It was raisin bread. All right. That's a good way to start the day. It's a lazy day. Good stuff. It's lazy day. If you could cancel one responsibility today, what would it be? Bobby says work. Corey says work. Scarlett says dishes. Angela says laundry. Cindy says making supper. It is one of the hardest things to do, right? You wake up in the morning, what's for supper tonight? What are we doing for supper? Everything revolves around the supper. It's always about supper. Tosh doesn't want to clean the litter box. Sean doesn't want to work. Neither does Gayleen. Chrissy doesn't like the dishes. Gail doesn't like work. It's either dishes, laundry, or work. JD says cleaning all kinds. When you have kids, it never ends. It's just when you get caught up, it starts all over again. So anyway, happy lazy day today. You can take the day off from one of your responsibilities. Amanda says, the GT, I must have gotten an extra pump of hot fudge at my sundae. There was way more than normal. Lots of extra fudge. What? Extra fudge. It's awesome when that pump gets stuck. It's like putting the fudge on. Oh, we got a problem here. Oh, boy. We got fudge overload. Help me. Quentin for Lazy Day says, parenting. Some days I need to remind the kids that I work all day. Dad. Tosh says, I have 6 kids. The housework never ends. Well, today, you tell them. Today is Lazy Day. It's certified. It's a holiday. It's an actual national holiday. You got to tell them it's Lazy Day today. I am taking the day off, and I'm not doing it. I'm just not doing it anymore. So many people don't like their work. That's too bad. Yeah, because you got to spend a lot of time at work. Then whenever I was at a job I didn't like, I'd make it fun. There's ways to make, and that usually got me in trouble with the boss and with HR, sometimes both. But if the job is not fun, you make it fun, and in making it fun, if it lands you in trouble, well, you just tell them that you were trying to improve morale. I'm trying to improve morale around here. Jeez. God, like we can't have a water fight. I know that we sell food, but come on. Oh, Susie Paul, good morning. Nice hearing your voice. Have a good day. Oh, you always say such nice things. Thank you so much. You have a wonderful day, too. Tosh loves her job. Oh, that's good. That is good to hear. That is important. We spend a lot of time at our jobs. And coming up on the show today, after our first beach break of the morning, Porter Airlines grounded. How about this story? Oh, it's everywhere. The kid that wouldn't sit down and put the seatbelt on, and we're talking about an infant. An infant has not only taken down a Canadian airline, this infant and their parents are making headlines around the world. Because it's wild. Not only could the plane not take off, but no, they returned to the gate, and there's more to this story, and we'll share it with you. First off, it's jaw-dropping. And then while some parents aren't parenting, others are over-parenting. Helicopter parents at work. Apparently this is getting worse, not better. And some of these stories are really funny. Maybe you know somebody like this. Maybe you're calling your kid's boss saying, hey, my kid needs a coffee break. How come my kid's not getting any coffee breaks? And what restaurant has taken down Chick-fil-A in the number 1 spot as the favorite fast food place in America? That is coming up on the show about food fun places
about AI?
and the mayhem of life. But first, we're going to go to Anna Maria Island, Holmes Beach, Florida, for our Monday and our first beach break of the morning. And then we will tell you about this little kid who refused to sit down on the airplane and the chaos that it caused. Oh, it's a great story. What a great way to start the week. Oh, someone's getting a spanking. Who's getting a spanking? Who wants a spanking? Oh, you're grounded. Okay, beach break, back with more in a bit.
Alarm hit 6. Coffee's already on. Monday's at the door, so we're getting gone. Backpack by the chair, keys in the bowl. One deep breath, one step, and we're back in the road. Look at us now, still a little groggy. Gratitude in the chest, mindset steady. No looking back, we know how to move when we show up together. The whole day improves. Good morning, sun. Sing. Hey! Text from the people who get us through. Lunch in the fridge and a list to do. Bus stop chatter, shoes on the tile. Little wind stack when we stay a while. Look at us now, still a little groggy. Gratitude in the chest. chain. So lift your mug up and step outside. Monday's not a problem, it's a place to start. One more breath now, tie the laces tight. We make it count from the jump, from the first line. Good morning, sunseekers. Let's beat this Monday clean. Good morning, sunseekers. Got a full week in between. New week, new chances. We can do the thing. Same old road to footing. Hear the whole bunch sing.
Oh, let's go. Let's go. Oh, yeah. Let's get going. Happy Monday to you. Happy Monday to you. Hope you had a good weekend, too. As we go into a week in August, we got like a month to go until back to school. I know you don't want to hear it, but listen, school supplies are out. It's time to start thinking back to school. We don't have the countdown on yet, but I gotta let you know. Oh, yeah, south of the border, American friends in Minot next Wednesday. It's their first day back at class, and they haven't been out of school. They've been out of school since May long weekend. So it's been a while. We got a month to go, and the kids will be back. So let's enjoy this scorching hot, beautiful summer weather. I wish 12 degrees is where we're at. At least we got a little bit of sunshine across southwestern Manitoba. Mix of sun and cloud today. Good chance of showers today on this day one of Midway Madness. Again, over at Canadian Tire. Please slow down on 18th Street. Again, as you approach the Shoppers Mall area, as you approach the intersection of 18th and Richmond Avenue, there is going to be a massive amount of traffic in that area this week because of Midway Madness over at the Canadian Tire parking lot. And so, again, please slow down. Please be aware of people running around all over the place. It's going to be a little chaotic this week, but looks as if the weather forecast is going to cooperate with the Midway a little bit. 24 for the high on Tuesday and Wednesday, and then cloudy and rainy to end the week. So you're taking your little one on an airplane. I don't know what age, probably around kindergarten age. And they're jumping around, they're having fun on the airplane, and as they should. You know, flying is exciting for adults and for kids. But as they're jumping around in their seat, the time comes to get serious. It's time for takeoff. And you know the drill. The airline stewardesses are coming around, taking a look at everybody, see how everybody's doing. They're checking this, checking that. You got your seatbelt on. They're always checking. You know, I got a gut, so it's like, they're like, you got your seatbelt on? They just point at me because it's like, you know, the seatbelt really is tight on me. It's tight. It fits. But she's tight. They say, hey, you got your belt on? I'm like, you betcha. I'm good to go. I'm a good boy. I'm sitting in my seat, and I've got my seatbelt on. But what happens when your kindergartner won't listen? Hey, Timmy, sit down. We have to put our belt on or we're not going to take off. And then the airline stewardess comes back to say, hey, how you making out with your kid here? And you're not making out too good. So the flight attendant leans over and says, listen, little Timmy, if you don't put your seatbelt on, the airplane is not going to be able to take off. I don't want to do that. I don't want to sit down, and I don't want to put my seatbelt on. Okay, then. So then what happens exactly?
A flight from Victoria to Toronto was forced to be canceled last night after a child refused to put on their seatbelt. Porter Air tells CTV News the plane had already left the terminal and was heading for the runway when crew members realized the child was standing in their seat after attempts by the parent and crew to get the child buckled in failed. The plane returned to the terminal and the family was removed. The airline says the delay then pushed the flight past Victoria's 12:30 a.m. runway closure, forcing the flight to be canceled. The other passengers were rebooked on a flight today.
Whoa. Did you catch
Today.
Did you catch that last part? That they had to that is insane. So it pushed them past midnight. So there's a bunch of takeaways here. First off, how do you handle this kid? I mean, this kid will not sit down. Would you really be willing to be deplaned because your kid wouldn't sit down on the aircraft? Really? Well, I can tell you right now, if it was David or Liberty, my son or daughter, you ask David or Liberty, what would happen to them if they did not listen to their father who said, sit down now, right now? The rest of even the airline steward, of the flight attendants would even sit down. I use my dad voice. Sit down now. Right now. Or your seatbelt won't be the only belt you're going to see today, mister. Then they'd be sitting down. And then all would be well. And then we would be on our way. And I would be a little bit red-faced, but then we'd be on our way. But instead, hippie mom and hippie dad, let's just love our child. Hugs. Can you please discipline your child and have them put their damn belt on so we can get out of here? No, see, with children, you have to tell them that their feelings are valid and they may feel restricted. And in feeling restricted, they cannot be a truly free child. So we will gladly leave the aircraft so you sane people can take off to your destination. Seriously. But and that'd be fine if you didn't push the airplane past the midnight and then they couldn't take off. I'd be mad. Then the dad voice would not only come out, it'd come out for them even though I didn't know them. I'd be pissed. MJ says, I don't have the restraint. My kid will be putting their seatbelt on. Yes, see, there we go. Good morning, Iris on Facebook. I'd be livid, says MJ. So would Tracy Roger. I guess so. MJ says they'd be grounded until graduation. Where's Q when you need him? How do you handle this? Kids won't put their seatbelt on. What is the bribe? What is the bribe? What is the magic words? Cindy says, if kids don't listen at that age, hate to see what they're going to be like as a teenager. Well, we're kind of seeing that in society now. We're seeing the lack of consequences ending up in, might as well just do this. What the hell's going to happen to me? Well, a big fat nothing. Except you have to deal. Can you imagine the embarrassment of being in the terminal and not only having that plane turn around to bring everybody back, but then you have to rebook your flight because you were past the midnight deadline? That is infuriating. And thus, why it's making headlines around the world. People are like, if you don't go to Canada. The parents have lost complete control of their children. The hippies are now running everything. MJ says, this is why I stay home. Is it close to Christmas? Santa plays a role in discipline when necessary. You could try the Santa trick. Listen, do you remember that guy, Santa Claus, who brings you free toys every Christmas? He is going to skip the house because you didn't put your seatbelt on. Holy cow. How would you handle something like this? Would that have happened when you were a youngster? Can you imagine in the 70s or the 80s pulling that little trick? No, I am not putting my seatbelt on because I don't feel like it. Oh, yeah? Oy. But now there's cell phones. So the cell phones would be recording my dad tackling me into the seat and then forcibly putting the belt on. Oh, it'd be nasty. It would go viral, all right. MJ says, holy shit, I wouldn't be able to sit for a week. Well, exactly. Like I said, wouldn't be the only belt that they would be seeing anytime soon. What a story that is. That is incredible. What a way to start the day. Taking a shot at parents who have already got it tough. Then the kids grow up, and it's like your little snowflake wants to get a job, but maybe isn't treated the way you were at your job, or maybe you feel that they didn't get a job and should have because they're super talented. Helicopter parenting at work is also something that is making the rounds today. It appears that more and more parents are calling their kids' employers to complain about certain things and even to get their kids hired.
He hired a 22-year-old to work, but after finishing a few days of safety training, he was a no-show. So Clark fired him. Then his phone rang.
Within 2 hours, his mother called me and proceeded to try to convince me to rehire him.
Despite Clark declining, Mom continued to email him for the next 6 weeks over a dozen times. It's a problem he says he's seeing more frequently.
Why didn't my son or daughter get a job offer? They're much more involved with their offspring's employment searches than they probably should be.
Do you know some parents that are like this? Do you know some parents who will, on their kids' behalf, call the bosses or prospective bosses, or maybe you or yourself are doing that? Well, because you know what? The kids, they need a little bit of help. They need a little nudge. Maybe I'll talk to the boss.
Lynn Alba runs hiring for Long Island Health System and says calls from parents are coming in several times a week.
When I get the phone call, it's, can I speak to the candidate? Most of the time, the candidate is not there.
A mom of 4, Alba says that while it's okay to coach your kids through their job hunt, there are limits.
You can help coach from the sideline, but you can't step on the field, right?
The anxiety for parents is understandable. Unemployment for recent college graduates hit 5.7% this year, higher than the national average, with more than 4 in 10 now working jobs that don't require a degree. Rick Wainshall, a dad of 4, says his youngest daughter was working at the front desk of a hotel and unsure of what she wanted to do next. So he decided to intervene by publishing a post on LinkedIn asking his professional network to help her.
When I did the LinkedIn post, it was really in an effort to give her a chance to talk to people that I know who were.
Oh, I don't know about that, Tim. It seems like you're on the field, as that expert says. You can coach, but don't get on the field.
Were willing to step up and have that kind of career conversation with her.
But he cautiously suggests there are limits to what he's willing to do.
The thought of sitting in on a job interview or, calling in sick for her or anything. No.
Recruiters say parents can absolutely help their kids prepare, review a resume, do a mock interview around the kitchen table. But when it comes to reaching out to an employer, let your child make that call.
Yeah, no kidding. God, on one hand, we've got one parent that will not get involved to get their kids to sit down on an airplane. And then on the other hand, we've got parents who are calling prospective employees to get their kids a job. Or saying, hey, my little Timmy, he's not a little Timmy anymore. He's a big Timmy, but he needs a big raise. What the hell? Give him a big raise. My gosh, have you ever heard of such a thing? Have you ever heard of such a thing? No, the Sunseekers are quiet. They're like, no. We are 70s-style parents. Let kids make their own mistakes to a certain degree. It's about coaching, right? Coaching. It's like the coaches are not coaching on the airplane, but they certainly are coaching a little too much in the workplace. I don't know. It's a wild world we live in. You know what? Just... oh, it's crazy sauce. Crazy sauce. I'm just going to be outside. I'll be outside looking to the sky, looking for the meteor shower. Apparently, we're supposed to get a meteor shower this week. I don't know if it's going to be clear enough for that, but they call this a Perseid meteor shower. And apparently this is going to hit on Wednesday into Thursday. So if you are up late and the skies are clear and you're away from the city, this could be quite the little show that we see. The Canadian Space Agency says this will be the best meteor shower of the year, August 12th into the 13th. You have to be patient, but it's a spectacle. A spokesperson with NASA and the Perseid meteor shower says the Earth is passing through a debris field. Oh, that'll be nice. Wouldn't that be funny? It's just like all of a sudden it's like, is it hailing outside? No, it's just space junk. These bits of debris enter Earth's atmosphere at 59 kilometers per second, vaporizing about 80 to 90 kilometers up in the air, leaving behind streaks of light we call meteors or shooting stars. It's a bit like when we're driving into snow, we see snowflakes coming towards us. That's exactly what's happening with these meteor showers. Oh, wouldn't that look cool? That would look cool. Have you ever seen a meteor shower before? I've seen a meteor, or a satellite hurling to Earth, but I've never seen a full-on meteor shower before. That'd be kind of cool. So they're saying that is if skies are clear on Wednesday into Thursday, we should be able to see this. So something we'll have to remind you about as we get closer to midweek, so we can all be looking up at the sky or just at least remembering that that's going on. But, good thing about social media is that if you're on social media at that time, it just takes that one first person, oh my God, it's a meteor shower. And then, heaven forbid, it actually happens. Your news feed will be filled. You know how Northern Lights go? When the Northern Lights hit, and then your feed is just like Northern Lights for an entire week. People love sharing that stuff. So, anyway, we'll remind you as it gets closer. Speaking of Wednesday, Wednesday's Win Back Wednesday at Headley's Health Hut. If you are looking for supplements, vitamins, they've got a great selection of children's vitamins. You know what? As we get ready for back to school, children's vitamins, a huge selection. Of course, adult vitamins too. They've got supplements, protein powders, gluten-free products, sugar-free products, a huge assortment of products in the freezer section. And, of course, every drink under the sun, from mocktails to kombucha and all kinds of special healthy drinks in the cooler there. You got to check out Headley's Health Hut, especially on Win Back Wednesday. They do that on the second Wednesday of every month, where you can win up to $500 in your purchases free. So it's a great day to go shopping, especially if you need those kids' vitamins anyway, or maybe you need a supplement for some gut health or an achy back or neck. See our friends at Headley's Health Hut. They are Westman's premier health food store and supplement store at 1314 Richmond Avenue in Brandon. And right next door, Murray Chevrolet Cadillac Buick GMC Certified Service Express. Get that oil changed, and you'll be in and out in a flash on your way at Murray GM in Brandon, coming in off that smooth Richmond Avenue. They'll show you your filter while you wait and get you in and out in a flash. Check that AC too, in case you need it, or if there's anything else that you need checked over, they'll be happy to do that. And of course, they keep a digital record of everything that they inspect as they get you in and out there at Murray GM, 1500 Richmond Avenue. Stop in and see them today. And our friends at Kuiper's Family Bakery. If you're going to be cooking up hot dogs and hamburgers, you need the best buns in the business. And the buns don't get any better than Kuiper's Family Bakery. But they're not just bread and buns, although a lot of people go to them for that. They've got tarts and sweet treats too. Of course, Big Tray cinnamon buns on a Monday goes down extra awesome with a nice hot cup of coffee. See our friends at Kuiper's Family Bakery, 1411 First Street, just north of the First and Richmond corner, next to Tasty's. All right, next up on the show, Chick-fil-A just lost the top spot as America's #1 fast food chain. This is incredible. Wow. Chick-fil-A has been #1 in the United States for almost a decade now. And we were telling you on this show, on our Season 8 premiere, that the old Hardee's on South Broadway in Minot is going to likely be converted to a Chick-fil-A. So we will have one closer to us, but they're just in time, no longer number one. So what is the number one fast food place in the United States? And do we have one here? Actually, we have one location in Manitoba, so you can get this food here.
Chick-fil-A's reign at the top is over. The Atlanta-based chicken chain just lost its title as the nation's fast food favorite.
That's right. The latest American Customer Satisfaction Index ranks sub shop Jersey Mike's number one with a score of 84. Chick-fil-A slipped to second at 83. Jimmy John's and Panda Express tied at 81, followed by KFC. I'm still going with Chick-fil-A personally.
I'm with you.
At least 6 days out of the week, I'll do Jersey Mike's on Sundays.
There you go.
It's the first time in more than a decade that Chick-fil-A didn't come out on top. The survey polled more than 16,000 customers based on recent experiences with major chains.
Wow. So what do you think of that? These are the top 5 fast food restaurants, American Customer Satisfaction Index. Jersey Mike's coming in top spot. Wow. And Jersey Mike's just opened a couple of weeks ago in Steinbach. I had Jersey Mike's for the first time on the 4th of July, and I have to tell you, it was pretty incredible. In fact, I've been putting Italian salad dressing on my sandwiches ever since, along with a shake of Italian seasoning. It comes close, but it's not entirely the same. There is a secret to their success, and it's the juice. It's the juice. So sub shops are trendy again. Look at that. Jersey Mike's number one. Chick-fil-A gets bumped to 2. Jimmy John's, I have not tried them. They'll be next on my list at number 3. I think we have a Panda Express potentially in our town, don't we? Aren't they over at the mall? Can someone tell me if they're over at the mall? Cindy says, I want to so try Jersey Mike's. Yeah, Steinbach's got one. Steinbach has the first one, and they are really good. And the secret is just everything is fresh. Bread is super fresh. The meats are cut right in front of you, like off the chub. So is the cheese. And then they put this juice on it, too, and they do a really good job. MJ says Jersey Mike's on Sunday because Chick-fil-A's closed on Sundays. That's true. You only miss that once. You only do that when you're visiting the States once. We'll do Chick-fil-A tomorrow. On the way home, we'll hit the drive-thru. No, you won't, because they're closed on Sundays. So is Hobby Lobby. They're staunch Christians, and they're in church on Sunday, so they will not be open. Panda Express is Chinese food, and I was surprised. KFC at number 5. Wow, that is incredible. MJ says they make lettuce-wrapped subs at Jersey Mike's. I didn't. Mine was not lettuce-wrapped, but that's good to know. In case people have a gluten allergy or don't want bread. But anyway, there's the top 5. And Chick-fil-A, again, almost a decade. That is quite the startling revelation there that they have been bumped. And do you notice no burger places? Not one. And what's interesting is that Burger King just beat McDonald's in sales. So, wow, things are topsy-turvy in the fast food game right now. Chick-fil-A falls out of the top spot for number 1 in the U.S., and McDonald's losing to Burger King. Burger King in 2026 beating McDonald's in first half sales on the year. And McDonald's USA has replaced their chief executive officer, probably in part because of those results. And now they've got a new person at the helm. But McDonald's is certainly, they've got some big challenges. They've introduced some value menus that they hope to attract customers. But, not a burger chain to be found in the top 5 when it comes to America's top 5 fast food. It's a lot of chicken and some Chinese food. And it's up. Thoughts? Have you had Jersey Mike's? What do you think of that top 5? What do you think? Everybody's asleep. You know what? It's Monday. That's okay. I'm barely awake, Tyler. I'm barely awake. What do you want from me? Well, It's all good. It's all good. It doesn't matter. Everything's going to get shut down on social media anyway. New Mexico on Friday came out with their big judgment on Meta. It's $500 million. And this is going to be bringing about some changes on your favorite social media platforms.
Legal setback for the company behind Instagram and Facebook. A New Mexico judge ordering Meta to pay $567 million in penalties and make changes to its apps, saying they harm children's mental health.
Now they must pay the price for the choice that they made to put profits over children's safety.
The judge ruling for users under age 18, Meta must eliminate push notifications at night and during school hours, hide like counts, add safeguards for AI chatbots, and put new time limits on the apps, no more than 90 hours per month. Tammy Rodriguez says her daughter Selena got addicted to Instagram and developed depression and took her own life at age 11. Her mom now one of thousands of other lawsuits filed against social media platforms.
I'm doing it to save other kids' lives. I don't want another parent to have to feel what I feel every day when I wake up and I go home after work and the house is quiet and we don't have that loudness, and that's who I'm doing it for.
Meta says it will appeal the ruling, adding it works hard to keep people safe on its platforms.
There are currently 40 U.S. states that are suing Meta. And any chance they could, Meta could go bankrupt? Not really. They are valued at like over $1 trillion. They're just huge. They're huge. But it goes without saying that there is a huge push right now. And even in this country, there will be laws coming this fall that will limit social media use for young people. And there's nothing like a lawsuit to hit them where it hurts, right in the pocketbook. $500 million for New Mexico, and with 40 other states already lined up to say, hey, where's our little bit of cash? We've got kids too. I'm pretty much certain this is not done. There will be more where that came from. So watch for some changes coming to Meta. They'll start in New Mexico. They're going to put those new rules in. I don't know how they do it, geocaching, I guess. And put those new rules in New Mexico. And then as other states sue, they could just roll that out across the board and make it an international rules-based situation for Meta. So that is on the way. Also on the way, Spirit Halloween in Brandon. Apparently not till September, opening a little bit later this year, which I found curious. For those that love Spirit Halloween, normally they open in August. In fact, Spirit Halloween in Winnipeg is open. Polo Park location was open this past weekend, and the other locations in Winnipeg are open. Spirit Halloween is back, and Halloween is, well, it is taking over social media. People love Halloween. It's one of the favorite times of the year. They're saying that Halloween creep is really something that's going on right now. And are you seeing a lot of Halloween stuff? Have you bought some Halloween stuff? Yeah. Have you started stocking up on candy? Yeah, we're going to touch on that in hour 2. Also, the Jetsons getting a live action movie. A Canadian will star in it. People talking about John Goodman over the weekend. Did you see the picture on social media floating around? John Goodman has not only lost a lot of weight, he's aged quite a bit. And the $20 burrito fight. What is the meal that, what do they call this the WTF meal? Have you had a WTF meal yet where you sat down at a restaurant or maybe you hit the drive-thru and you got the bill? And this has gone viral. It's called the $20 burrito. So it's in the States. So that's like almost $30 Canadian just for a burrito. People are mad. It's kind of like the burrito is the line in the sand. People are furious about paying $20 US for a burrito. What is your WTF food? The food you had and you got the receipt and you said, I am not doing this anymore. It's so much money for this particular food. We're going to talk a bit about that coming up in hour 2 of the show, but we have to say farewell to our friends on the other platforms. Hey, thanks for hanging out with us in hour 1 of the show. You guys have a great day. Try and get out there and get some sunshine in you today. We're on you today. Thank you, X and TikTok. You guys have a great day. We're moving over to Twitch, twitch.tv/Tyler Glen Show. And we're also on the website at tylerglenshow.com. Catch you later, TikTok and X. And YouTube, likewise, moving over to the web and to Twitch. Have a great day, you guys. And Facebook friends.